All right, welcome race fans. Here we are tonight with MaxSpeed, the nationwide cars at Richmond for 125 laps. First off, I got to welcome my buddy in the booth here, Ed Hewitt. Welcome, Ed.
Hey, thanks for Rudy. It's awesome to be here in the booth tonight with you at MaxSpeed. They're at Richmond, I believe, tonight, aren't we? Yes, we are.
And also a special guest tonight, Tommy Lee. Welcome, Tommy.
How's it going, Rudy? Ed, hope you guys are having a good evening.
Well, it's going to be awesome here, I hope, tonight, Tommy. We're at Richmond. We should have some fun here at this track.
Yeah, tonight's definitely going to be a test with everybody. Make sure their setups are good. Getting out here on this track and everything, it's a tight track. Cars are getting pretty loose coming off the corners, so it's going to be a fun night. And as always, even with the NASCAR guys, there's always some tempers after Richmond.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Well, Tommy, we had talked a little bit about maybe having you do a ride-along. If you wouldn't mind, could you maybe get out there on the track and we'll do a little ride-along with you?
Yeah, buddy, we'll do it.
All right, let me find you here. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. One of the weird pit roads, speed's 40, and it's got this big curve in it. Pit road's going to be real tight, especially these guys getting off pit road under green flag stops to keep that thing below the yellow line. That way they don't wash up in the track. Big thing tonight here is going to be getting heat in the tires. I've been out here practicing some laps and everything, and it seems like these setups really come in whenever you get some heat in the tires. So we'll make a slow lap right here, try to get a little bit in them. That way I don't wipe out on national TV and make myself look like a fool. Got a couple guys coming up behind me. I don't want to get in their way. They're out here practicing for the race. Alright, we'll get this thing rolling. It's just kind of like basically like your qualifying run. Come out of four real hard. Let that thing come on up to the wall just close as you can. Now there's two different ways you can enter the turn one here. You can enter it high, or you can also enter it low. Depends on how you build your setup. Keep that thing right down there next to the yellow line, and as you exit turn two, and same thing when you go off into three, turn that thing into the bottom, keep it as close as you can to the yellow line down there. Come off the corner, will be real easy on the throttle. Turn two and turn four are some of the worst ones on the racing series, just because they're off camber at the end of the corner, and a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of these guys are jumping back into throttle real soon, and they're spinning out because it's unloading the rear of the car. So I mean, like I said, throttle control is going to be one of those big things tonight. Everybody, as long as they can keep their heads on straight, minds clear, and just get out here and have fun, I think we'll have a pretty good race.
Very good, very good. All right. Well, thanks, Tommy. Appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
Pretty insightful ride along, man. That's pretty awesome. I know I've had a lot of requests from different fans that watch that do like it. So. Yeah, Roger's in chat here right now watching, so that's pretty cool. Trying to get him back out there and do a little more commentating with me, but I don't know, he's just not sure if he wants to race or commentate. I know it's a tough thing to want to, you know. I see a lot of people, they want to get out there after being up here in the booth. They want to get out there and race. They're kind of itchy, you know. Oh, I want to get out there and race a little bit, but you know. Then they see up here in the booth, they see how much fun it is, and then they kind of have a little change of heart. Well, I wanted to give a big shout out to special shout out to Pat Timbrell, Brian Timbrell's mom. Her birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday to Pat Timbrell. So everybody give her a big happy birthday. So and hopefully enjoy the show here tonight, Pat. And from MaxSpeedTV and all of us in the booth here, happy birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, happy birthday, Pat Timbrell.
Well, we got a few other viewers, Cameron, Diane, Sharon, Leanna. I believe these are some of our faithful viewers. Dylan, Pat, of course, Pat, and Logan and Dan. So Dan, I haven't seen Dan around in a little while, so I don't know. We'll see if he shows up. Nick Taylor back out there, Anthony Cianci, some of the drivers that are out here turning laps. Boy, I don't know, this has never been one of my favorite tracks, Ed. It kind of ranks in there with Iowa.
10-4, Rudy. Well, you know what? We watched Tommy up there testing the track there and giving us a lowdown on Richmond, and he's got everything right. I mean, it's about using your head, like Tommy said. It's about throttle control. It's about the brake, how to get on the brake. Watch you don't somebody get run over. That all plays a role here at Richmond, and it is. I mean, like Tommy said, it depends on your steering ratio, your setup. Some of these cats can really drive this thing really good, Rudy. So we'll see what happens tonight and see if they got all their stuff in order here to run here at Richmond tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. And boy, I see a lot of people. Like we were talking earlier, a lot of people struggling with loose conditions coming out of the turn. And it's just, you hit the nail on the head there, Ed. Throttle control is going to be the big key here tonight. Mainly to, so you don't spin, but keeping them tires underneath you and not burning them up, on the first few laps of the race, and keep them for the long run. Now, Tommy mentioned the car is a lot better after you get a little heat built up in the tires. They seem to get a little bit more grip. Now, these guys are out here on because this is an open set series. These guys are out here on their own built setups, and Tommy was on the fixed setup. And he still come in third place, though. I mean, on the grid right there with just with the fixed setup. So, I think, like he said, the heat in the tires is going to be the key here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And like Tommy said, you got to put the heat in the tires. It's going to actually, once you get the heat in the tires, it's going to give you better grip, and you're gonna use that throttle and the brake coming to turn. I don't know how Tommy. I mean, we can watch him, and you can tell he lets out the gas. I know he's using the brake just a little bit, just to turn into the turn, like coming in a 2 or coming out of 3. You just got to watch how you get back on the throttle, because if you're on the throttle too much, that car will come around, Rudy.
Yes, yes. Well, these guys had a really awesome race Monday. We did a special broadcast for MaxSpeed, their truck race, and that was just an awesome race. Had a special visitor in the booth with me last Monday, Tyler Stanley, and he did an outstanding job helping me in the broadcast. He wanted to try his hand at it, and I think he did a super job. But it's good to have my my brother commentator back in the booth with me, Ed.
It's awesome. After week there, we get in there and to hang out together and have some fun at whatever track we're at, and watching these races from MaxSpeed. They're really a good bunch of guys over there, and I really enjoy it, watching these guys race, Rudy. It's just, sitting up in the booth with you week after week. It's just awesome.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And Tommy Lee.
Yes.
In the booth.
I think he just hit the pylon, did that pit roll there. Just watch him roll that car over.
Yeah, I was testing the safety features here at Richmond. They look like they're up to par for tonight. So just in case somebody gets a hold of it right there, we know what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah, take another car off the trailer there for him. So here you go. You already smacked that one up.
Well, we don't want to have anybody suing iRacing for getting hurt by hitting the wall without the safer barrier.
That's right.
That's funny.
I'll be right back. I got to go to the grandstand real quick, gentlemen.
Okie dokie. Well, we're down to only one viewer in there now, and it's probably me.
That would be me.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if it shows me. I don't think it does, but well, yeah, I think it does. Well, anyhow, hopefully we'll get some viewers here. But we're about a little over 3.5 minutes until qualifying begins. I did not look to see. Yeah, they only have 5 minutes to qualify, so we'll get through the qualifying session here. Scott Healy, one of the older members, back racing with the league now, so Good. Dang, sorry about that. Good to see Scott back out there on the track after, I guess, taking a little hiatus. Sometimes we got to do that. Sometimes we got to take a little break from this. You get, you know, I don't know. You just kind of get. I'm not going to say bored of it. I'm just going to say sometimes you just need to take that break and get away from it and maybe try something else. You know, maybe a different game or something. And then you always have this to fall back on, come back and enjoy yourself. So it's good to see him back in there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you and I were talking earlier, Rudy, I mean, you get out here, you run these races night after night. It's good to take a couple weeks off or whatever, kind of calm down, get loosened down, because I don't know as far as what sim rigs everybody's got out there that they're racing in, but I know mine personally. I built mine. I've got a actual car seat in it, not a race car, just a regular Honda Accord seat in it, and it's pretty comfortable. I ordered me one of those back massagers to go in it too, so I'll be racing in style here in a couple weeks.
Oh wow!
These guys want to run 2,000 laps? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, wear yourself out.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate you helping us there, Tommy. Appreciate that. What was you gonna say, Ed?
Oh, no, I'm going to jump down here in the garage, double check with some guys, make sure everything is up to par and everybody's ready to go out qualifying. And we got about a minute and 50 seconds left, so let them enjoy the rest of practice, and we'll go see what we can do.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and update trading paints one more time just to make sure I got everybody's trading paints. Sometimes it's a little slow, sometimes updating, so I want to make sure that I do have everybody's updated before race time. All right, about a minute left here, and we're going to be heading to qualifying, so we'll go ahead and play our national anthem to get things going. I don't know, boy, I'll tell you what, these guys seem to be doing really good now. Everybody's settled into a nice practice, and boy, I'm seeing some really good racing here, really good practice going on. They said it don't look like we're going to have a big, huge field here, which, in my opinion, sometimes a smaller field does make for better racing. And I think we're going to be looking at a really good race here. All right, we're going to step away for a quick minute here, and we will be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, guys, we're back. Oh, what a time for that to kick out on me. Imagine that. Well, no surprise, Scott Sanderson on the pole, Justin Romaine in second, Scott Healy third, Teddy Wisniewski fourth, and Ty Stanley in fifth. No big surprise there. These guys are pretty good racers, I feel. Did you guys leave me or what? Ed? Tommy? I guess they must have stepped away or something.
Yeah. I'm back.
Well, don't look like it's going to be too tight of a field. I hope we don't see just a runaway. Steve put the broadcast is live from the short van. Oh boy. I figured him and Rush would be in chat just giving me the dickens there. Thanks a lot there, Steve. Alright, looks like that's going to wrap it up for qualifying. And we'll get down here on the track and give you a rundown of where everybody is. Starting on the pole, Scott Sanderson with a 20.918. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole here. Justin Romaine in second. Scott Healy third. Teddy Wisniewski in fourth. Tyler Stanley in fifth. Nick Taylor sixth. Dustin Kinnaman seventh. Tom Serrato eighth. Mark Robertson ninth. Anthony Cianci 10th. David Schneer in 11th. Alan Piazza 12th. Mark Nichols 13th. Brian Pager 14th. Brian Timbrell in 15th. Gary Lowe 16th. Richard Gonzalez 17th. And I guess that rounds out the field. Looks like 17 drivers taken to the grid tonight.
Hey, Rudy, sorry about that. I got caught down in the garage area when I was making my way back up here to the booth. And as I was passing the trailers, I kept smelling. I come past old Mark Nichols' trailer, He's got pizza and beer behind his pit box back there for the guys. I walked past Gary Lowe's pit stall, and they got a guy cooking steaks out there.
Wow, must be nice.
Oh, it made this fat boy happy.
Uh-huh.
Stop and got me some good grub, man. I tried bringing some back, but I got hungry on the way back.
Oh man, well thanks a lot. Thanks for the thought anyhow.
I tried. It's the thought that counts.
Hey, Kyle's in chat. Kyle and Steve are in chat.
Kyle Akey.
Yep. Kyle Strychar's Akey.
Looks like they're rolling off.
Well, Ed, get them going here, brother.
You bet, Rudy.
You're eating again.
I'm always eating from the stand.
Man. No wonder you don't weigh about 300 pounds, you know?
I know it.
Kyle, how does the broadcast look? Does it look okay? Look good?
Okay, gentlemen, let's tighten those belts here. We're going to one more time around here, and we'll get this thing on the way here.
All right, Rudy, I got to ask, who'd you pick for the race tonight?
I ain't picking anybody. I guess I'd probably have to pick Scott, but I don't know the guy. He seems like he's very fast out there on the track, but you know, whether he can endure that long, I don't know. We'll have to see, but I don't know. Gary Lowe's pretty good too. But
yeah, there's a lot of good guys up there. Of course, Nick Taylor, Ty Stanley, they're both always fast.
Yep.
Real tough competitors. Teddy Wisniewski's up there, Justin Romaine. I mean, with the field we got, I think it's going to be a pretty good race tonight.
thank you, Kyle.
Okay, gentlemen, we're about to go green here. The pace car ducks in the pit road. Green flags waving, gentlemen. Boogity, boogity, boogity. 125 laps here at Richmond. On the way.
Wow, nice pull out there. Justin Romaine, though, hanging right on the bumper of Scott Sanderson. Tyler Stanley back here looking to try to make a move as Teddy Wisniewski is now on the inside of Scott Healy. And that would be a bid for third place, but boy, Scott's really giving him the old outside maneuvers there.
Oh boy, he's got that high line working, Rudy.
Yes, he does.
Oh, ripped it up a little too high there. Let's see if he can hold on. Nope, he's loose.
Yes, sir. Teddy does pick up that place, and Tyler Stanley follows right in behind him.
Sure does.
Tommy, what's going on there back with Mark Nichols and these guys back here? Any good racing going on back there?
That's what I was just on my way back through the pack. Looks like everybody's kind of gotten single filed out. Everybody realizes that, hey, at 125 laps out here, there's no reason to get up here and try to win it on the first lap. Looks like from about 10th, 12th on back, everybody's single file back here. I say just biding time, putting laps down, trying to be there at the end.
Yeah, Richard Gonzalez taking up the rear of the field here now, 8.7 seconds behind the leader, as Scott Sanderson has already pulled out to a 1.4 second lead over Justin Romaine.
He looks like he's checked out, Rudy.
Yes, sir. And I was kind of half afraid of that.
Being the new guy, I don't know if they'll let him back next week. Oh, big checkup in turn 3. Not sure what happened between the 46 and the 34. All I seen was cars diving every different direction.
Maybe somebody got a little loose there.
Yeah, no problem.
46 got on the brakes. Anthony Cianci locked him up. Looked like going into turn 3 and slid up the track. And 34 had to get on him real hard to keep him running over him. But heads up driving by everybody, and we're still under green.
Brian Pager takes over 12th position from David Schneer. David's on his way backwards. Started 11th today and back into 13th already. Alan Piazza, excuse me, has moved forward up to 12th now from 14th. Brian Timbrell back out on, he's actually back into 17th position now. And who's that he's got right on his tail there? That is the leader. The leader already catching up to Brian Timbrell to put him a lap down, and he does clear him. Wow.
He sure does.
Brian Timbrell goes a lap down already.
Yeah, it looked like 2 laps ago, the 13 of Brian Timbrell just got a little loose coming off of turn 4. Lost it down in the grass and looped it around, but he was able to get it back going without hitting anything. Just got those tires real hot and lost the track position.
Oh, we have a caution.
Oh, let's go see where it's at. Well, looks like Scott Healy going around. Right.
That's what I have too.
Yeah, right in front of, I believe that was Nick Taylor. Yeah, right in front of Nick Taylor. So that's probably why the caution come out. So.
And looking at that accident, Rooney, that right there is exactly what Brian Timbrell did. Exactly, because you can even see the same skid marks he went right across.
Oh man.
Yep, looks like a soft spin there, gentlemen.
Yep, just loose. Yeah, boy, you're right, Tommy. Almost the same identical tracks. Man, that's awesome. Well, down onto the grass, mows the front grass there for the guys, so the groundskeepers won't have to do it now.
It takes a lot.
Go ahead,
It takes
Tommy.
a lot of skill to spin in the same tracks as somebody else did.
I'm telling you. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's going to come down pit road knowing that, you know, you need a little heat in these tires. That's probably a good thing. Well, it looks like Brian Timbrell's going to get back on the lead lap now.
I've got third on back. It's on pit road,
Oh,
Rudy.
okay.
Starting with Justin Romaine.
I'm sorry, my bad. See if we can find them. Yes, sir, they are on pit road. A whole gaggle of them here. I'm sorry, man. Well, it didn't show them here on my relative.
Dustin Kinnaman looks like with a 2-tire stop.
Yes,
Everybody else looks like they're taking 4.
Yes, sir.
And somebody just murdered the cone.
Uh-oh.
Now, I don't know about some of these tracks, guys. Now, if you hit that cone, don't they give you a black flag for that still, or no?
It depends on the track, to be honest with you, Ed. I've seen it happen both ways.
Yeah, because I remember, I don't know what track I was at, and I left somewhere, I don't know what track it was. Like, when I hit that cone, it gave me a black flag, and I says, what?
You probably deserved it anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, I don't know. Don't they classify that as like a unsafe pit entry or something?
Yeah, an unsafe
I
pit
think-
exit.
Yeah,
yes,
that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's either you go in or coming out when you hit the cone. It's like, you know, you take a guy from the, you know, groundskeeper or track official has to go and pick that cone up and put it back up. So I guess you get a penalty for it.
Well, Ed, we got to do some Assetto Corsa here one of these days whenever you're free.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun stuff right there.
We need to get into a race or something because, you know, if you watch, they do have races.
Oh, you know what? Just talking about Assetto Corsa, Rudy, with you. I did look at the shine of these cars, and I guess when you have a good graphics card, you can really see the shine in these cars, especially at nighttime. So I guess they're both pretty clear to me that they both have about the same shine.
Well,
Brady, I just looking back through the field here, looks like Richard Gonzalez in the 23 has got just a little bit of right front damage. Went back and tried to trace that out and see what happened. It looks like he just pushed up a little bit on the exit of turn 2 on the first or second lap and just barely got in the wall a little bit. Here at Richmond, aerodynamics isn't really a big thing, but as long as it didn't knock the toe out, he should be all right.
yeah, I'm looking at it here, and yeah, it doesn't look like much, and probably just a few seconds on pit road he could get that fixed up. I'm surprised it didn't fix that while he was on pit road, but he may have unchecked it. I'm not sure if I think they do have a reset here. So maybe he unchecked it and didn't want to use that reset this early. All right, Ed, we're about to go back under green here, so get them going again, brother.
Hey, you bet, Rudy.
Go ahead, Ed.
I was just thinking there, our snow, I don't know how you guys' weather out there, out towards the west there, but our snow was all gone here, and now we're getting hammered with snow now.
Oh, boy.
We got the plow trucks up there, put some salt on the roadway now. Okay, we get the green flag waving, gentlemen. Sorry about that. Green, 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 boys. Let's go back racing.
Teddy Wisniewski with a good restart. Dustin Kinnaman in third. Justin Romaine back to fourth. Let's see if he can work his way up through. Nick Taylor, the one that's he's been kind of picking his way. Mark Robertson has come from ninth up to sixth, so we'll look for him to maybe get up there. And Tom Serrato in seventh.
Yeah, Rudy, as far as the resets, these guys get 2 resets tonight, so he might be just waiting until close to the end of the race or with more damage to use that thing.
Yeah, that could be.
That's a smart way to do that, Tommy. Because I'll tell you why, this is a short track. It's not gonna slow you down that much.
Yeah, Teddy already about 3/4 of a second off of the leader, and boy, he's got a mirror full of Dustin Kinnaman. Everybody getting spread out around the track as they were earlier. I don't really see any big battles. Maybe Richard Gonzalez and Anthony Cianci. Richard drives on by Anthony pretty easily there. Anthony give him lots of room. Lots of respect by these drivers out on the track.
Ooh, Justin Romaine, man, he got a run up. He's up and running on the inside for that third spot, Rudy.
Yes, he is.
And that's what makes all this racing stuff fun when these guys are here. The respect levels are always there.
Hit him and hits the wall.
Yeah, sorry, Tommy.
No, that's fine.
Boy, he hit the wall a bunch, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
The respect levels there with everybody. I mean, everybody races with everybody all the time, so you'll definitely see a bunch of respect, especially out of these MaxSpeed guys.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. We've been broadcasting for him for quite a while now, and Ed and I talk about it every week, don't we, Ed? About the respect.
Oh yeah, definitely. These cats, man, they're awesome drivers, and you're right, Tommy. They got the respect like there's no tomorrow, man. We've been looking at a lot of races, and especially I'm not putting our lead down to the same way. You know what I mean? Our drivers got respect, and these guys is just amazing. You go, any place else you go, you don't see the respect, but here you'll see the respect.
Well, Brian Timbrell's got back on the lead lap now and has got up into the 13th place, so that's good for Brian. I hate to see guys a lap down, especially that early.
Boy, did he hit a hard bunch, didn't he? Yeah, the 07, boy.
Yeah, it looked like the 07 and Nick Taylor got just a hair loose. Oh, the 64 is loose.
64.
Oh, missed him. Stretch.
The backup, man, you gotta back that one up.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and watch that. That looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it looked quite like the same thing. It kind of started on the exit of turn 2. Looked like the 64 of Scott Healy got just right up there to the bumper of the 07 of Nick Taylor. Got him just a little bit loose. Taylor went up the track and got in the wall. And the 64 of Healy just got in the gas a little too hard on the exit of 4 and come around and overcorrected it.
Well, we see that a lot, man. I'm telling you. When you try to overcorrect it and you turn it back to the right, and that thing just kicked around on him. There's really, nothing he could do. But I'm telling you what, that was a really close call for Nick Taylor right there.
Yep. Looks like everybody is coming to pit road.
Boy, I just watching that replay with Dustin Kinnaman went underneath this car while he was up in the air. That was just amazing.
Yeah, they had that planned. He was just asking what the undercarriage looked like.
Well, Scott Sanderson and Teddy Wisniewski, this is their first stop on pit road so far in the race, 25 laps in. So I'm sure they're going to be wanting to do some checking on their tire temperatures, maybe make some adjustments. to get back out there. If I was Scott, I wouldn't adjust anything on that car. I think running smooth.
Yeah, it sure is.
Ooh, Teddy Wisniewski beating him off a pit road, though.
And the 07.
Wow. What a stop for Teddy. 14.9 seconds. Nick Taylor with 14.6 comes out second. Or did Scott? No, Scott did beat him off pit road. Okay.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yep. But Scott had a 15.6 second pit stop. That's a long one.
Whoa.
That's pretty long. Take a look at him here. You can see the pit times. Mark Robertson, if that is correct, only had a 3.7 second pit stop. So I'm thinking he must have just topped off his fuel.
Yep, that could be, Rudy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I would have almost took right side tires in that time, but he did come out 6th place, picked up a little bit of spots.
Yeah, it looked like Mark Robertson did make a 4-tire stop on that one. And Scott Sanderson was, I mean, he was just playing it cautious, playing it easy. He knows he's got a real fast car out there. Just real easy getting into his pit box, making sure he didn't speed, slide through it, or anything like that. So he played it cautious right there, and that's probably what cost him the lead. But he knows with the caliber of car that he's got, he'll be able to stay up there.
Yeah, we'll see. He's going to be starting on the outside of Teddy here. And, you know, He's coming off a win here, I know, a couple of weeks ago. I think maybe it was last week. I can't remember. All the broadcasts that I do, I can't remember what race it was. But he was really pumped up, and, you know, I think he's brought that right along with him here. Kind of gives you a little shot in the arm winning, and it sets you on a good roll, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's always nice to be able to carry momentum into the next race.
Yes, sir. That was the word I was looking for, momentum. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so Romaine 4th, Dustin Kinnaman 5th, Mark Robertson 6th, Mark Nichols 7th, Tom Serrato 8th, Richard Gonzalez up to 9th now, and Brian Pager 10th.
Looks like we got one to go. We're coming to the green this time.
Okay, gentlemen, let's tighten those belts up one more time. It's on the way. Okay, pace car ducks in the pit road. Green flag waving, gentlemen. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're back on our way.
Boy, did Teddy ever get a jump on that one.
Oh, he sure did. I'll tell you why. Sanders pretty quick here. He knows that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Nick Taylor trying to hang right with him. Now, hopefully he got that looked at, that damage that he had. And hopefully got that fixed up. Justin Romaine now back in 4th. Dustin Kinnaman gets a good run in into 5th. Mark Robertson still in 6th.
Brady, we got a pass for the lead.
Well, no big surprise there.
Oh, there wasn't Sanders to just say, hey, man, I go by you, see ya. Guess this is track tonight, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Gonzalez moves into 8th as he gets by Tom Serrato. David Schneier now on the inside of Scott Healy, and Healy taps the wall coming out of the turn, but he maintains that position, never backed off the throttle.
Justin Romaine took that spot away from Nick Taylor there for that 3rd spot.
Yes, he did. Well, I noticed Scott's not really getting out there too awful far. He's got a 3/4 second lead on Teddy Wisniewski, but he's not getting out there like he was before. So maybe Teddy's figured out something, and he's definitely getting around the track a little bit better.
Oh, we have another caution on the track.
Yes. Oh, Alan Piazza, it looks like. Go back and see what happened here to Allen. I'm not sure if he was the one that hit first.
Looked like the 0-2 of Tyler Stanley when they come out of turn 4.
Oh, 0-2 got loose.
Oh,
yeah, he got
right
loose
up there,
down
yeah.
on the bottom. Come up into the 46 of Anthony Cianci. Thought he had cleared and just moved up the track and started a big commotion going.
Yes, he did. I was watching here just after he crossed the finish line. I think he thought he was clear of Anthony, and he wasn't. I put Anthony up into the wall, but I think Anthony's okay. But Tyler Stanley spins around and right up into the path of Alan Piazza.
Allen didn't have anywhere to go there. He had it locked down and just slid right into him.
Dang, that's terrible for him. I see Tyler now with a lot of smoke coming out of his car as they're all heading for pit road. We'll get down here real quick and see if Tyler be able to get that fixed up. If he has a reset. You said they had one reset, correct?
Two.
Oh, okay. 2 resets. I'm sure he's going to want to use one on that one.
Definitely, I would.
Yeah, unless Richmond Motor Speedway is paying him to fumigate.
Spraying for skeeters.
Right.
Okay, so he's still sitting on pit road there, him and Alan Piazza.
Oh, what happened there? It took the smoke, started smoking again.
I think Alan probably had to probably had to do a tow.
Tyler Stanley's car, did he get in some? He already got to use his 2 fixes. I don't know what's going on there, but he fired it back up and the thing was still smoking.
Well, hopefully he can get it looked at. Well, Teddy has led 5 laps, and Scott Sanderson has led the other 31, excuse me. Boy, nice and cool in the booth here tonight, guys. Got the old air working. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
The old window shaker just a going at it. Well, get them going here again when they get the one to go. 37 laps in the books. Coming to 38 in the books out of 125. Looks like a full house here tonight, guys. Boy, packed crowd.
Yeah, which there's always a big turnout for Richmond because everybody knows the racing's always real intense. There's always been some really great finishes, really close finishes, and I mean, everybody come out because they knew they were going to see a good race tonight.
You know, this track looks so much different here in a sim than it does in real life. You know, like when we watch it on TV, it just looks so much different here. I don't know why, it just does.
Well, the crowds are packed here. They're not in real life.
That's true.
Okay, gentlemen, let's tighten those belts up one more time. Sanders going to lead them down. Pace car dives into pit road. Green flag's waving, gentlemen. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're going back racing at Richmond.
Would you see that? The pace car almost took out them water barrels at the end of pit road.
I don't know what he's drinking.
Yeah, he needs to lay off that stuff. Justin Romaine now looking to the inside of Teddy Wisniewski, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make it stick right there.
Ooh, I don't know.
He got a pretty good run on him that time, and he just hasn't cleared him yet. Dustin Kinman, well, no, I guess he did clear him. So, yeah, he does go into second now. So, Justin Romaine on the move here to catch to the leader.
Like Mark Russell or Robertson might have got loose coming off of turn 2 right then.
Oh. Yeah, he's clear back in 15th now. Wow. Looks like Tyler Stanley may be out of the race.
Yeah, looks like Mark hooked that apron down in turn 1 and 2, and it just really, really upset the car. It was a good job by him for not hitting the inside wall there, that's for sure.
Gary Lowe right ahead of him in 14th. We're back here, Richard Gonzalez, the one that was on the move earlier and got himself up into about 8th or 9th position. Now back to 11th after that pit stop. Started 17th tonight and rolling here in 11th. Tom Serrato started 8th and he's back in 10th. Brian Pager, and I know he was back, clear back in the field. He was back in 14th and got passed up there earlier, but now he's worked his way back into 9th. Mark Nichols started 13th and in 8th. And Brian Timbrell, one that we wished his mom, Pat Timbrell, a happy birthday for tomorrow. So happy birthday, Pat. I'm not sure if she's tuned in or not. He said she would be. She is tuned in every Wednesday night, I guess, for these races. So that's pretty cool.
I think we got a battle for the 8th position back here between Mark Nichols, Tom Serrato, Brian Pager, and Richard Gonzalez.
Yeah, this looks like about the best battle on the track right now. It looks like Tom Serrato going to pass up Mark Nichols for 9th position. And Richard Gonzalez trying to come right with him.
Watching this battle right here, it all comes back to the whole respect thing I was talking about earlier. These guys are riding a car width apart from each other, giving everybody plenty of room. That way they don't slip up, Bob will make a mistake and get in the other guy. That right there, like I said, that's that whole respect level that we were talking about earlier.
That's for sure. Yeah, this is good action back here. Mark Nichols in 10th. Excuse me, 11th. That's Brian Pager in 10th. But Mark trying to get by Brian. And it looks like he's going to make it stick that time. Brian Pager got into the wall. And now here comes David Schneer, one of our fellow Canadian drivers in the John Deere car, trying to make a run on Brian Pager.
Welcome back, Ed.
What do you do, lose connection?
I believe so.
Oh, Ed. You need to get that fixed, brother. Teddy Wisniewski now still hanging on to Justin Romaine, so that could turn out to be a battle. I don't know. Justin's really hooked up good here tonight, but he's running 2.1 seconds behind our leader, Scott Sanderson. Scott's just, heck, he's heading for the next race already, I think, Tony.
Yeah, he keeps inching that thing out lap by lap. Looks like from the previous lap to this lap, he stretched it out about 2/10. I'm showing he was 2.059 seconds ahead the last lap. We'll see how much it grows this lap. See how hard he's running that thing.
Well, Justin Romaine really got tight coming out of the turn right there, and Teddy Wisniewski closed right up on his back bumper.
That could be another thing. I mean, Teddy's a smart racer. He knows that tires are everything on these things. If you burn the tires off of it, you've got nothing at the end of the run. So he might just be riding right there with Justin, letting him burn his stuff up. Then whenever the time comes, he's just going to turn and go right past him.
Brian Pager back here looking to see if he can get by Tom Serrato. He comes to the inside of him, but boy, I don't know. It looks like he is going to clear him. Yes, he does. Tom gives way to him, knows he's faster, and just lets him go. Richard Gonzalez has now moved up into the 8th place. And what turned out to be about a 4-car battle has kind of gotten stretched out a little bit, but Brian Timbrell and Dustin Kinnaman battling it out. This is a good side-by-side battle by these two. Boy, look at that battle. Isn't that something?
Yes, sir, it is. But Kinnaman's going to take that spot away from him.
He sure does. Ed, are you with us? Guess not.
Oh, we got one loose off of turn 4, Rudy, in the grass.
And that would be...
Looked like Richard Gonzalez in the 23. Yeah, and he did the exact same thing that the 64 of Scott Healy did earlier in the race, and Brian Timbrell. Just jumped back in it a little too hard, got loose, great save, he didn't hit anything, didn't hit anybody, and he's still rolling.
Yep, no caution. That's good. Well, we're creeping up on the halfway mark already. Taking a look real quick here, we have had 3 cautions, and we have 69 laps to go, 2 different lead changes.
Rudy and Dustin Kinnaman, you know, he was battling right there with Brian Timbrell. He did the exact same thing.
Oh man, you got to be
got
kidding.
loose. Yeah, got loose coming out of 4, fought it down in the grass, didn't hit anything. He's all the way back in the 11th position now.
Well, Teddy Wisniewski did get by. Justin Romaine goes into 2nd position. Justin kind of falls back just a little bit. He's about a second behind Teddy. And these guys running, Teddy's about 3.7 seconds behind our leader, Scott Sanders. Man, that guy's just on a rail out there.
Yes, sir.
Well, this track, you know, is so line sensitive. This is another one of them tracks. It's just so line sensitive. And he has just really got the line.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm back.
Roger that.
That's what I was just checking and see if Romaine might have caught the wall, got loose or something, but it looked like just Teddy caught him and was pressuring him. And Justin said, look, you're faster, go on. We still got half the race to go, so let him by. And Teddy's taking off now, trying to knock into that lead of Sanderson, but he's going to have a hard time doing it.
Back here in the back, Mark Robertson and Anthony Cianci going at it. Anthony just passed up Mark, and Mark just come right back around and passed him right back. So these guys having a good time back here racing each other.
They sure are. Ooh, the 46 is loose. It's the apron. Oh, just saves him. Oh, hitting the wall. Anthony Cianci, boy, almost hit that wall.
Good save.
And that was right in front of our leader.
Yeah, the leader did manage to get by him. Wow. Now Teddy Wisniewski 4.4 seconds behind the leader. Boy, he sure would welcome a caution right now, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Mark's going to give him some room there. He's going to let our leader go by.
I think everybody would like to see a caution now. All except for our leader.
And Mark did give way to the leader, and he goes a lap down. Next one to go a lap down is Gary Lowe, and he's just ahead of the leader right now. About a half a straightaway ahead of the leader.
Tell you one thing, Rudy, I'm going to be down there at the end of this race with a fine-tooth comb, and I'm going to figure out the setup that's under that 93.
Yeah, he's definitely
he's fast.
He is fast.
Now, these B cars or these Gen 6 cars, guys?
B cars.
Okay, B cars, yep.
Nationwide, yep. Justin Romaine a half a second off from Teddy. Just kind of hanging there right now. They're just a little past halfway, so he knows there's plenty of time. And it looks like he may be reeling in Teddy. I don't know. He's just hanging right there right now. Scott Healy in 4th. Good comeback for Scott. Nick Taylor 5th. And Brian Timbrell up to 6th. So Brian finding the groove and kicking it into high gear. I think he found 4th gear, guys.
Finally, huh?
So, not bad. We've only lost 2 drivers, Alan Piazza and Tyler Stanley, the only 2 out of the race. So that's good news. Not good news for them, but I mean good news that, you know, there's only 2 drivers out of the race.
Yeah, definitely. I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Gary Lowe not far ahead of the leader.
Looks like he's trying to stay out in front of from our leader, man. I don't think he wants to go a lap down, but we'll see what happens.
Steve in chat's asking, how long do the tires last? That's a good question. I don't really know.
Until they start slipping.
Yeah. What do you think, Tommy? Maybe like about 25 laps they'll start falling off?
These tires start falling off. I mean, you can tell a big difference after about 4 or 5 laps with these things.
Really?
Richmond's always been a track that ate the tires up real bad. I was going back through here trying to look at lap times and stuff, what everybody's running. Our leader last lap was a 21.701, which was 0.8 of a second off of what he qualified at. Teddy Wisniewski sitting in second was at a 7.64. I mean, they're falling off. They're not falling off real bad, but it's like after the first 5 laps, they make a sudden drop, and then they start almost like just a very slight gradual decline each lap. And then you've also got to take into consideration the caster and the camber and the setups, the tow, how they're driving the thing, how hard they're driving it into the corner, getting on the brakes, coming off the corner. If they slide it, coming off the corner, get it loose. All that goes into the whole tire conservation thing right there.
Well, Brian Pager just drives on by Dustin Kinnaman and goes into 9th. Dustin back to 10th, and he's got Richard Gonzalez closing up on him. So there's a good 3-way battle going on between those 3 cars. And
leader passes. Whoops, sorry, Rudy. Our leader did pass Gary Lowell there.
We had a change for the second position too, from Justin Romaine got back around Teddy Wisniewski.
Oh wow.
So a few battles going on. This is really good to see. You know, some battles. It's not just a drive away without battles going on, or everybody staying single file. They know the laps are winding down here. We're coming down to 50 to go here in the next couple of laps. So time to start getting busy.
Boy, our leader's putting the hammer down on some of these guys, putting a lot of laps on these guys up here. Slow guys in the back.
Yeah, he got by Tom Serrato. Now he's going to go by Richard Gonzalez. Richard Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, yeah.
And puts Richard a lap down. Next one in line would be Dustin Kinnaman. So, man, he's out there.
He keeps going. If he keeps going, you're going to put them all a lap down.
Yeah. 23, he hit the wall. Yeah, you can see the damage on the right front of that car. Quite a bit of damage, actually. Brian Pager, the next one to go a lap down, and the leader's coming up on him and passes him with ease. Now Dustin Kinnaman is the next one. Well, the leader's just going to be happy till he laps the whole field, huh?
I guess so, Rudy. He's got a good set on tail hood. I'm telling you.
He just drives on by Dustin Kinnaman, and now he starts coming up on Mark Nichols next. He's a couple of seconds behind Mark, but
yeah, I don't think they're going to invite him back for the next race.
Wow, only 3 viewers. Man, that's unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess you don't like short tracks.
Something. I don't know what the deal is. Well,
Joey likes Richmond. I don't know.
Yeah, Justin Romaine second, Teddy Wisniewski in third. And boy, what a gap between third and fourth, Nick Taylor. Dang, 4.5 seconds back off of Teddy's bumper. Now Scott Healy drives on by Brian Timbrell. Brian goes back to 6th. So Scott Healy on the move.
Rudy, I give it about another maybe 2 laps. Well, looks like it's going to happen right here. The 93 of Scott Sanderson is going by the 48 of Mark Nichols Jr. to go ahead and put him a lap down. And Mark was running in the 8th position, so...
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You could be taking that number 9 car out. Dustin Kinnaman isn't in front. Is that the 12?
Yeah. Well, the next one, David Schneer.
Yep.
Yeah, Schneer, he's about to get passed up by the leader here. I would say probably right here in this turn. Schneer stays high, lets the leader go low. So that only leaves 6 cars left on the lead lap. Next one's Brian Timbrell. But he's about a half a lap behind the leader. So he should be okay for right now. I'm not really sure what... They're probably going to have to stop one more time, I'm sure. It's been a while. This has been a good long green flag run. So they probably will have to stop one more time for fuel. I'm not exactly sure what the fuel window is. Do you know what it is, Tommy? Probably about 65, 70 laps.
I do not, but I was going to try to jump down and see if I could get it figured out, if they're going to have to stop again, and if they are, when.
Well, Romain pulling away from Teddy Wisniewski now. Got about almost a half a second behind Romain. Oh, he closes up on him that time. Romain really loose coming out of the turn. Actually, it looked like he might have drove it in there a little bit too hard. He's trying to get a run to get by Gary Lowe here. And Gary's just kind of not blocking him, but it's just kind of making him not be able to use the line. And now he finally gets a run on him, but Teddy Wisniewski comes right up on his bumper now. Oh, well, he was. Gary Lowe kind of parted the ways of that one. And now Teddy does get by Gary Lowe and then sets his sights on Justin Romain. Brian Timbrell 12.9 seconds behind the leader. Scott Healy in 5th. And Nick Taylor 4th. Go back in the field here. Anthony Cianci still in 15th, 1 lap down. Mark Nichols 14th. Started 9th today and has got himself a lap down. Tom Serrato 13th.
Oh, we have a caution, gentlemen, on the track.
Just what these guys up front wanted to see, huh? Gary Lowe spinning it around. Let's go back and see what happened to Gary here.
Yeah, it looked like that same thing coming off a turn 4. Just got back in the throttle and a little too hard. Got the right rear lit up and down in the grass, and he tried everything he could to save it, to keep from coming back up the track, but it just didn't work for him.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to keep it off of that inside pit wall, but boy, he did a heck of a job of that, didn't he? Wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gary's a doggone good driver, man, and I'm sure he did everything in his power to keep from hitting any walls, and he did a great job of it. Good job. Well,
like our leader's going to lead the few cars on the lead lap back down on pit road again.
yeah.
Should be our last pit stop here for our leader.
Oh, yeah. We're only going to have about 35 to go here in a minute. And like Tommy said, just 6 of them can stop on that lap. The rest of them all can stop on the next lap.
Our leader will take all 4 tires, fill it up full of local fuel, and he's on his way.
Yes, sir.
Justin Romain did the same thing. Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, I think after that green flag run, I mean, you could take 2, but with 35 laps left, it wouldn't be, in my book, it wouldn't be too smart to do. I mean, you had, let's see, our last caution was on lap 35, so that was roughly almost 60 laps, 55 laps. So I'm sure everybody was glad to see that caution to get some tires, and everybody except for Scott anyway, to try to close the field back up a little bit.
Well, Mark Robertson staying out to try to get his lap back. So, but I don't know if he... I don't think he can make it on fuel, can he?
Who are we talking about?
Mark Robertson?
I don't know, to be honest with you. He might be trying to get out there and just hopefully he can get take the lucky dog right here, get past the pace car, get back on the lead lap. Hopefully get lucky enough that caution come out real quick and he'll be able to pit and get 4 tires of fuel.
Yeah, that could be.
Rolling the dice pretty hard.
Yeah, especially after everybody else out there's pitted. Oof, it could be kind of dangerous for him.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll see how it works out here. They got about, let's see, 28 to go.
Let's see.
28.
Yeah. $33.
Well, Ed, what do you think of the race so far?
Actually, the race has been awesome. A lot of, you know, we always talk about that, a lot of give and take here, but, and, you know, the leader comes by, everybody just moves up and lets our leader go by. Man, it's just awesome watching that kind of racing. Nobody's holding nobody up, and that's what we expect here from Mach Speed Racing, Rudy, is that give and take here.
Yep, that was caution number 4. Mark does get that way by, and we're all lining up here ready to go green, Ed, so get them going again, brother.
Well, you bet, guys.
Scott Sanderson just put down in the chat in the room, said he would be sharing his setup at the end of the race to everybody.
Awesome.
So you can bet I'm grabbing it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, gentlemen, our GT Ford Mustang dives into pit road. Green flags waving, gentlemen. One more time. Let's go back racing. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Well, great run for Teddy Wisniewski as he dives right to the bottom and takes up second spot from Justin Romaine. And Nick Taylor putting the pressure on him now. This guy's out here.
Time to roll, gentlemen.
Yeah, they got 4 fresh feel goods on that car, and boy, the bravery level just went right through the roof.
It sure did.
Yep, there's no more caution now. Everybody's throwing caution to the wind. I mean, they got to get what they can get right here. And after one lap of being under green, it looks like the 93 of Scott Sanderson is already pulling out to a lead. Oh, spin off turn 2.
Oh, we have a caution.
That was Scott Healy. Get back here to him. And, yeah, wow. Let's go back.
And that right there was the luck that Mark Robertson needed right there. Puts him back on the lead lap. He can pit here, get 4 tires, line back up, I think, 8th instead of at the very back of the pack. That's what he needed right there.
Yes, sir. Just loose self-spin right there by Scott Healy. When he's running so good, too. I hated to see that.
Oh, he hits that yellow line again. That's the twice he hit that yellow line way at the bottom down there.
Man. Well, nobody's going to pit up front here, but like you said, keep an eye on Mark Robertson. This is good news for him. He'll be able to come in there and get 4 fresh tires, and yeah, he's back on the lead lap, so he'll be able to stop this time. Good deal.
Yep. There he is on pit road.
Man,
him and Scott Healy both.
That worked out so good for him, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did.
Got one of those things about being in a short track.
Got Healy with that Home Depot Chevrolet, slides it around there and brings our caution out.
Well, man, you couldn't have asked for that to work out for somebody better than that, man. Good call for Mark Robertson, man. That was awesome. Way to get back on the lead lap. That'll put him back in about, I think, 8th or 9th here, depending on when he comes off pit road. He's getting off a little slow.
What's going on there? I don't know. It's like
I don't know. There he goes, finally, I think.
What's going on? I don't know.
Get going. He's going to go a lap down.
Lose gas or something?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't get all the lug nuts tight or something. I don't know.
Sounds like the word I'm hearing from the track and the race admins. The number 21 of Mark Robertson got a black flag for passing under the yellow. I'm assuming he was ahead of somebody that he wasn't supposed to be in whenever he hit pit road, and it gave him a black flag. Now, I'm not sure if that's an end of the longest line black flag or that's one that he's going to have to stop and serve under green. Hopefully it's just one for him to start at the back.
Yeah.
Granted, he's going to have the lap cars between him and everybody else, but at least he's not going to lose a lap. Maybe he can get lucky. Another caution come out. He can get back up at the front where he needs to be.
Dang.
I'll have to look out and see what happens there, Tommy.
Yeah. Thanks for checking on that for us, Tommy.
Yes, sir. Y'all owe me a new pair of Nikes, by the way. I'm tired of running down pit road. I'm on a scooter.
What a scooter?
Golf cart.
Yeah, golf cart. There you go.
That way you can have your beer on the back.
Right.
In a cooler.
Well, anything as long as I don't have to do any physical stuff, because, you know, us big people, we don't like doing physical labor.
Okay, Teddy Wisniewski going to be restarting second here. Justin Romaine third. Nick Taylor fourth. Brian Timbrell fifth. Good comeback for him. David Schneier 6th. Scott Healy 7th. Mark Robertson 8th. And Mark Nichols 9th. Tom Serrato 10th. And it looks like somebody's going to get the wave by there. Something.
All right, Rudy, they're doubling up. Looks like they're coming to the green this time. And this is going to be interesting because with Mark Robertson having that black flag, looks like that's not an end-of-the-line penalty. It's one to be served under green.
Ooh.
So we're going to have to keep a real close eye on him as far as him getting down to the bottom of the track to be able to get on the pit road and not causing an accident.
Wow. Okay, Ed, get him wound up here, buddy.
You bet, Reese. Okay, pace car dies in the pit road one more time. Green flag wave, gentlemen. Here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Teddy right there with Scott. Boy, not letting him get out there too far. Romaine almost took a peek on the inside of Teddy. Boy, these guys, oh man, they got the hammer down now, don't they?
There's 21 of Mark Robertson called out that he is pitting. Was able to get to the bottom, get that thing down on the pit road.
Dang, that's a bummer for him. Man, that cost him a lot of time and a lot of, oh man.
Oh, the 54 gets loose. We got a wreck on the track. Yellow's out.
64, you mean, Scott Healy again.
Yeah, 64. Yep, Scott Healy.
Man, man, he's just bringing out a lot of cautions here today, Scott Healy. Let's go back and watch this. Just really got a loose car or something there. That car is just not. Oh, he catches the yellow line again, Ed.
Yeah, that's what I saw, man. He caught that yellow line and spun him around.
Oh man, let's go back and watch that from a different camera angle. We can watch him catch that yellow line. Yeah, I just caught a glimpse of that in the camera view that I was on. But we're going to go back and actually watch this. Watch it from the far chase view here, and you can see him catch that yellow line big time. Boy, and that just totally upsets that car. Oh, right in front of Tom Serrato. Tom Serrato got into the back of him. I didn't see that. Wow. No place for Tom to go.
Yeah, it looks like with just that contact with Serrato getting into the back of him, that's going to hand the lucky dog over to Brian Pager in the 7, which is going to put him back on the lead lap. The person that this really hurts is Mark Robertson. He came down, he was on pit road when the caution came out. It's trapped him a lap down. He is sitting the third car in line right now. It looks like he's going to hit pit road here. I don't know if he's just going to come get 4 tires or the frustration level after that or what, but he's probably the one that it hurt the worst in all that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Dang. Well, if he could have just waited one more lap to make that, but you never know. You never know when the caution's going to come out.
Yes, sir. You got that right.
Well, here's a question for you, gentlemen. Mark was on pit road when that caution came out. Does that mean he had to come back to the pit road again, or is he going to be clear?
I don't know. I don't know how they look at that. I heard the admin say earlier they're not clearing black flags for anything except for if you get forced down pit road during an accident.
Okay.
So I don't know.
You know how he came? He got a black flag. He came down pit road. Then all of a sudden he was serving the penalty. Then the yellow came out again while he was sitting there. So I don't know how that plays in the role here at Richmond.
Correct. Well, guys, going to be a short stint here to the end. Right now, I've got 20 to go. Let's see how many cautions has that been. That was caution number 6. And we've still only had 2 lead changes, and that's been Scott and Teddy. Teddy's led 5 laps, and Scott's led 100 right now. Amazing. Make sure you grab that setup.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That is an awesome setup. He's definitely got the car to beat. How do we want to do this, guys? I'll do first, and Ed, you do second, and Tommy, you do third interview?
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, buddy. Works for me, too. I like to hear other people do the interviews, too. You know, kind of gives me ideas.
Right, right.
I like to do them all the time, you know.
Kinnaman's car's rear end is all messed up, and he looks like he's backed into a pole. Okay, gentlemen, let's tighten those belts up there. We're going racing. Okay, that GT Mustang dives into pit road. Green flag's waving, gentlemen. Let's get back to racing. Boogity, boogity, boogity. One more time.
Well, Romaine with a good start here on the inside of Teddy Wisniewski.
I think Teddy was sleeping a little bit on that one.
Yeah, I think he was too.
Boy, did Justin Romaine get a run off that low side.
Teddy got into the wall right there. He saved it from getting into the wall. And boy, right behind it looks like these guys are really battling up. Now Nick Taylor on the inside of Teddy Wisniewski too.
Yeah, Teddy didn't hit the wall, but you couldn't have stuck a piece of paper in between them.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was awful close. Oh, we got a spinner back there, but he saved it. Richard Gonzalez with a good save. He's got them tires really hot now.
Oh boy, just a big check up here, man. Whoa.
Scott Sanderson out in the lead. Justin Romaine second and Teddy Wisniewski third. Teddy trying to hold off Nick Taylor. We got one person watching. Wow.
That's me.
Scott Healy back into the 5th place after a couple of spins he's had tonight. Boy, he just really had a lot of problems with loose conditions.
Yeah, Rudy, you can get on the rear chase view of the 64 Healy and just watch him just sawing on that steering wheel coming off the corners.
Yeah, he definitely is staying away from that yellow line now.
Oh, he sure is.
After he's caught that a couple of different times, and man, I'll tell you, it's not what he wants to do. Sanderson out in command here, 3/4 of a second ahead of Justin Romaine, and Justin really trying his darndest to catch up to him.
I was going to say, really, I think that was Healy's 3rd time hitting that yellow line and bringing that car around.
Yeah. There, we're back up to 4 viewers. There we go. Yeah. Then it goes down, back down to 2. I mean, they're up and down and up and down. I don't know what's going on with that. Could be YouTube. I don't know. Nick Taylor in 4th, trying to see if he can't do anything to get up there and battle it up with Teddy Wisniewski. Great run coming off of 4. Scott Healy now trying to work his way up there. He's in the top 5, but would love to be up here battling it up. And boy, he's starting to reel in Nick Taylor. Well, he was. It seems like he's a little better in the turns, but coming out of the turns, looks like Nick Taylor gets a better run off. So Nick closing up on Teddy Wisniewski. Scott Healy in 5th. Mark Nichols in 6th. So Mark having a good run today. David Schneer in 7th and Brian Timbrell 8th. Brian Pager, last one on the lead lap in 9th. Dustin Kinnaman 10th. Richard Gonzalez in 11th. These guys all battling for positions back here. And we've got 9 laps to go, folks. Our leader out there by 1.4 seconds. Just checked out on the field again. It seems like, Tommy, it seems like after he gets about 3 or 4 laps, get them tires heated up, he just starts pulling away from the field then.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, Rudy. Just takes a little bit of time after the caution to get that thing wound back up, get a little bit of heat in them, and be ready to rock and roll again.
Yep, and get back in his groove, you know, get comfortable and everything.
Yep, I always hated that, being out there as a driver in a race, be coming down the end, you're driving as hard as you can, and then the caution comes out. So you relax for a little bit, and then you got to get right back in that driving hard groove again.
Yes, sir. 9 cars on the lead lap. Brian Pager, last one on the lead lap. Justin Romaine in second, 2 seconds behind Scott Sanderson. Scott's led 114 laps, coming to 115 this time by.
Looks like we are 5 to go, Rudy, 5 to go.
Yes, sir.
I can't see into my crystal ball very well.
Oh, we have a caution.
Oh, that could
Ooh, right on the
race.
front stretch here. Looks like the 8 spun around.
Yes, sir. Right in front of Merck. Robertson and Merck trying to get out of the way. Boy, he did a good job of saving that. Wow. Let's go back and watch, see what happened to Gary here. Probably just a self-spin, it looks like, huh?
Yep, that's what it looked like. Just got loose coming off that corner.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yes, sir. Right there. I think Mark Robertson coming off the turn didn't know whether to go right or left, and it looks like he made the right decision and went kind of low because the back end of, yeah, he did. He made the right decision on that. Boy, he was hard on the brakes and turned it left and got by Gary, so good deal.
Yeah, Rudy, I was just sitting there talking about my crystal ball, if it was working or not. The last 3 laps, Nick Taylor and Teddy Wisniewski were, I think, 0.2 of a second quicker on each lap than Justin Romaine sitting in second. So that was heating up to be a real good battle there at the end.
I think they saved their tires for that, to mount that challenge, but now I think that option is over now, because I think the race is going to be over. We won't get back under green. I hate it when races end like that, you know.
Exactly.
iRacing's got to do the green-white checker or something, because these guys, they want to race it up at the end. They don't want it finishing under caution, you know. And that's when the race is at its best, when they're all racing for them last 5, 6, 7, 8 laps. That's the best racing that you'll see out of all the drivers. The guys that have saved their tires and mounting that challenge to pick up a couple of positions, and then caution comes out like this and ends the race.
Right, exactly. And Rudy, I'm hearing on track that our winner, Scott Sanderson's mic is not working.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you ask him if he is in their game box? I will join him in their game box and interview him if they have to.
Okay.
You know, sometimes they don't work on track, but they work in the. Can run over there real quick and join them. Pop that up here. Hopefully, I don't pop up on the broadcast.
Nope.
Ah, I did. It's not working in there either?
No. You don't have it. I don't think you have it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just wish him a congratulations, and if he can type anything, then he can type it to us real quick. And
Okay.
if we have to. But yeah, last lap here. White flag's in the air. And looks like Scott Sanderson going to bring it to victory lane today.
Congratulations, Scott. Awesome race you did out there tonight at Richmond.
Yeah. I seen him typed in here in chat. He said today, of all days, is the day that his mic breaks.
Yeah, because it was working earlier. I heard him talking on the track earlier. So, yeah, that's a bummer. Well, let's rewind it back just a little bit here. And as he crossed the finish line first. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can get down here and congratulate our winner. that out of the way so you can see if he does type anything. Yeah, he is typing. Well, waiting for the air to clear before we can get in there. Scott Sanderson, I know you don't have a mic, buddy, but we're wishing you the congratulations on this victory today. Unfortunate that your mic broke. I know I was seeing what you were typing there, but anything that you wanted to add, you can type it. I'll try to repeat it over the broadcast here for you. I don't know if he heard me or not. There he goes. Had a great car, hit on something, and it just flew. Well, that's pretty awesome, Scott. Man, I'll tell you what, you were hooked up and on a rail today. Man, I'll tell you, everybody out there was chasing you, and it just seemed like it took about 3 or 4 laps for your tires to get warmed up, and then it just like you kicked it into high gear and you just left the field. But you bring it into victory lane today, man. Great job. And anybody you want to thank while you're here, Scott? We're just waiting for him to answer us here. Then we'll get on to second place. Ed will give you second place to interview. And okay, he wants to thank all the veterans for keeping the U.S. safe for the rest of us. That's really awesome, Scott. Man, that well said, brother. Well said. That gives everybody, all of us, the freedom to do what we like to do here in sim racing. So, well, congratulations to you on your victory today, and we're going to go on to second place. And hopefully you get that mic fixed, brother. All right, Ed, go ahead.
Thank you, Rudy. Can you hear me on the broadcast over that, Rudy?
No, I can't.
You won't be able to, Rudy, if he came in under the watch.
That's right.
Oh, damn it. Sorry. I guess not.
Okay. All right. Well, Tommy, you want to do the last two? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take Justin. You can have Teddy
okay,
for the know it.
Go ahead.
Justin Romaine. This is Tommy Lee up in the booth. You got a copy?
I am here. Hey, bud. Heck of a race you had out there. Just seemed like everybody was trying to chase Scott down all night long. Tell me a little bit about your race, how your setup worked and everything. It works pretty good, actually. I knew that I wasn't going to be the quickest on the timesheet. You know, Scott, I think in one of the practices we had, he was down in the 8th and 9th. But I was hoping I could kind of out long run him. The balance was pretty good. I was the whole race and all the practices and everything, I was kind of fighting a little bit of a tight end, and that, you know, I just had to wait a little beat or two longer than I wanted to get it to rotate. And otherwise, I had great bite off, and you know, when it rotated well. So that was good. It was a lot of fun racing, I guess, when I was around Scott, but with Teddy and with Nick and everybody that we had up here. That was just a blast. So I was trying to save my stuff at the beginning and hope that maybe Scott would fall off a little harder than I would, and I would be able to close it back up.
Yeah, that's a big 10-4 on that one. I say 126 lap race tonight. Had a couple cautions early, then had a long green flag run there in the middle. Ended up with a couple cautions. I mean, all in all, looked like you had a real good race. Brought the car home clean. They'll be able to roll it off the trailer, put it in the shop for the next short track.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to, a thank you to, or anything?
Well, on all of our minds, I think our head honcho for the league, Kerry, his wife had surgery the other day, and if they're watching, I wish him well and hope for a speedy recovery, and hope that we put on a pretty good show for him. So Kerry and Ms. Woodward, obviously. Everybody else at MSR running here was a great race overall. In the Game Box channel, there was a lot of give and take, and seemed like there was battles everywhere. I'll have to go back and watch the replay. That brings me to you guys. I know Rudy in the booth, and then Ed's usually up there. You guys with the MaxSpeedTV, that's awesome. It is so great to be able to go back and watch and see what happened. Not just out your windshield, but also out the field. And lastly, I'd like to thank Wells Fargo for paying the bills and letting me, giving me the opportunity, I guess, to run. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir, Justin. We surely do appreciate it. And just like you said, our thoughts and our prayers are out to Kerry and his wife, that she has a complete, speedy recovery. Back to you in the booth, Rudy.
All right, we got third place, Teddy Wisniewski. Teddy, you there?
Oh, of course.
Well, we didn't get the boom confetti this week, brother, but boy, you sure did have a good setup under that car. Kind of coming off of a win here, I think it was last week when you won. Kind of give you a little bit of a boost, a little momentum to do well today. And you bring it into third place. Any complaints about that?
No complaints. I mean, I made my own mistake at the end on the last pit stop, but I mean, no one had anything for Scott, so it's not like I was going to get the win, but me, Justin, and Nick Taylor, man, we were, that was an exciting finish behind the wheel, I'll tell you that.
Oh, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, we watched it up here in the booth, and it looked like a lot of fun out there. You and Justin battling up there at the end, and boy, I'll tell you what, if it would have stayed green, I don't know, you and Nick were starting to reel in Justin, and might have gave Justin a little bit of a run for his money. I know you like to save your tires, and were you in tire conservation mode there for about the last 10 laps?
No, not at all. like I said, I made a mistake on the last pit stop, and I did not put fuel in the car to test it out, and the balance was completely worse, and I couldn't do anything. But I said on Game Box, excuse me, when the caution came out, that I was really upset that happened, because me and Nick were right there. We were gonna, I was gonna battle him, no doubt, and I was gonna give him my all. And we raced really good throughout the entire race, me and Justin. So I got to thank him for racing me clean and fun the entire way through.
Well, I'll tell you what, mainly all we seen today was a lot of self-spins. It looked like everybody was having trouble coming off of turn 4, more than turn 2, which was kind of surprising. But, didn't really see anybody, a whole lot of wrecking getting together. And that's a good thing. It kind of sets a tone for this league. MSR really, man, I'll tell you what, you guys are so respectful, such great drivers out there, and we really enjoy broadcasting here every single week. So good racing today, Teddy. Congrats on third place. And anybody else you want to shout out to or thank?
Like always, you guys putting it on, and, Kerry, Mark, and, everyone who puts the league together. It's a great league. Like you said, a lot of respect is shown every week. It's not just this week. It's every week and every race. And also, Kerry and his wife, we hope you get better. Yeah, can't wait for next week.
All right, Teddy, thanks a lot, buddy. And again, congratulations on your third spot.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I had to mute you so it wasn't echoing in your ear. so okay, well, let's run down through the results here real quick, and we'll get out of here. Scott Sanderson winning here today. Congratulations to him. Justin Romaine second, Teddy Wisniewski third, Nick Taylor coming in fourth, Scott Healy fifth, Mark Nichols sixth, David Schneer seventh, Brian Timbrow eighth, Brian Pager ninth, Dustin Kinnaman top 10. All right, come on. There we go. Richard Gonzalez coming in 11th. Tom Serrato 12th. Mark Robertson. Good comeback for Mark, but a lot of penalties handed down to him. Poor guy, kind of felt sorry for him a little bit today, Ed.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy.
Man, that was just really just a heartbreaker. Just a black flag, you know, and then have to serve it under green. Oh man, that's a tough break for him. Anthony Cianci 14th. Gary Lowe 15th. Tyler Stanley 16th, and Alan Piazza in 17th. So that'll round out the field. All right, well, congratulations again here to our winner at Richmond for Mach Speed Racing, Scott Sanderson, bringing it into victory lane. So congratulations to him, and that'll wrap it up for tonight. And folks, we'll see you tomorrow night for Maximum Velocity. I don't know exactly where they're running, but should be a good race. Charlotte? Oh, awesome. Awesome. All right, well, we'll see you then, and stay safe, folks.